Doing it in the dark. We're campinggeartv.com. I'm your host, Ben.
I'm Josh.
With us as always is Gary.
Yep.
Today we're looking at a light or a lamp, and this is pretty different. This isn't, I don't think this is a traditional type of design for a lamp, would you say?
No, it's not. This is a lamp for big boys, ballers, pimps, and people that want a pretty cool product for a good value.
There you go.
This thing came, and I was genuinely excited about using it because, as I've mentioned about things before in the past, it's always cool when you get a product that you know when you go camping, all your buddies are going to be like, "That's awesome, where'd you get that?"
Right.
You know what I mean? I wish I had one like that. You're so much cooler than me.
Right. Right. They think that about you in general.
Right.
But the lamp puts it over the top.
Way over the top. People just want to quit life.
Right.
When they see this.
Right. Well, and I don't think you want to give off that sort of vibe all the time. I think you want to be more of an inspiration to people.
Right.
Which I know you personally try and do.
Right.
So maybe the thing is to educate them about the lamp and how they can get one themselves.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
What a good idea.
I think we're going to do that in this episode.
So here's the thing about this. The thing about it that's really unique is just the general construction. It's a vertical design, and it has two LED rotating panels. All right? These things rotate outward. They go in, up all the way, 360 all the way around. It's just, super, super creative design. A lot of great uses for it.
We'll turn on the light in a minute. You can look at it.
So a couple of things that we need to do in the light. First off, you can put it on it's got three settings. All right, it's got one light, off. Off is an underrated feature.
Right.
Because a product without off can only be on.
Right. There's nothing you said that I can argue with.
Right.
I mean,
on.
Right.
Halfway on.
Okay.
Off. Which is a good feature.
Off is a nice setting. I see what you mean. The vibe that I'm getting off of it, and it turns off very well. Its off setting is like when I look at it, it looks off.
Right.
It looks off.
It was off.
Well, I know it was. That's what I was saying. Is that sometimes I think there are products you turn them off, and is it on? Is it off? I don't know.
Right.
But that one, it was off.
So it outputs 110 lumens on the highest setting and will last up to 12 hours.
110 is a lot.
110 is pretty good. This thing's bright. You point this in your face, and you're gonna be like, "Get that lantern out of my face."
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think you would maybe curse at the person who?
Probably be like, "You dirty person."
Right. Don't shine that in my eyes. I'll go blind.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So 12 hours it'll last on the highest setting, which we have it on here. If you take it down to the lower setting,
the half.
I'm sorry, it's 6 hours on the highest setting.
Okay.
Halfway down, as we demonstrated, that's the old 12 hours.
And what about the off? How long does it last on off?
It will last in the off position for hundreds of years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Right. It's awesome.
Right.
I mean, it's really top notch.
Holds its value, I guess, then you'd say, right?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, it uses 6 AA's. All right. So 12 hours of, possible use out of this, right? You're going to want to get rechargeables.
Yeah.
This is a good place for that because there's a darn good chance you're going to blow through this in a couple nights if you've got it on for an extended period of time.
Sure. This seems like the type of light that, especially if you're in bad weather, a type of light that you're going to set in the top of your tent and arrange the lights to be shining where you need them to. For multiple people will be doing multiple activities, and just that will be your light for the whole entire evening.
It's a fantastic light to put in a tent. It's a good light to have out on the campsite. It's so versatile with the different lumen settings in the way that you can position the panels to provide the directional light that you need.
Well, plus that you can get them to shine straight down.
Yeah.
To me, this is a good card-playing lamp. And that may seem like something funny to point out. It's like, but a lot of people play cards when they're camping, especially if the weather's bad. They play in the tent.
Right.
And this is a good lamp to have for that. I'm going to go ahead. You think I should kick the lights on?
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's also a good light for boom boom rooms.
Oh, because you can sit here and you can...
Well, I don't know if you know what a boom boom room is, but you wouldn't do that in the boom boom room.
Well...
You might get kicked out. You could do that. I'd let you in. So a few more things about it, right? It uses 35 millimeter Nichia LEDs. So I'm not sure what Nichia is, but there's 35 millimeter LEDs in here.
He's a philosopher.
Oh, okay. You're thinking of Nietzsche.
No, the one you said.
Nichia. All right. Direct pivot technology, as we talked about. The handle is made of anodized aluminum. And now that the light's on, they can probably see more clearly how this vertical construction is. So you've got these anodized aluminum posts that hold the whole top part together, right? The batteries go in here. Unscrew this. Unscrew. And you can see this thing is loosening up. Here it comes. Can you hold it?
No.
Can you hold the excitement?
No.
Can you hold it? You could have said something there.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to keep it G-rated.
And then there's the batteries that come out in there, right? Little compartments. So that's nice.
So it's a real modern design. I think when everyone says the term lantern, we get something that's a little more spherical in shape and planted in our brains.
Yeah.
And this is just completely different.
Yeah, very unique with the LEDs. Really kind of on the cutting edge of light technology.
When I think of Kelty, I think of, I think a lot about backpacks for Kelty. And I think a lot about sleeping pads, because they got a lot, and blow-up mattresses. They got a lot of those. I don't really think about lanterns as much, but this is
now you do.
A darn fine one, sir.
Yep, absolutely. So it's weather resistant. It's got an impact resistant ABS plastic body. All right, and the lens here are also impact and scratch resistant, and they're made of polycarbonate. So there you have it there. The weight on this without batteries is 15.9 ounces. So it's just under a pound without the batteries. With batteries, it's going to be a little over a pound. It's 9.5 inches tall, 4.25 inches wide, 3.5 inches deep. So what do you think about that depth? 3.5 inches.
It's okay. It could be better.
Could be better.
I mean, for the lantern, it's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For the lantern, it's really good.
But as far as overall depth, probably pretty small.
Maximum lumen output 110. Minimum 60. Makes sense, right? Readable light area. It puts out a 20-foot beam. So within 20 feet, it's bright enough to read off of. And then the usable light area. So light enough to find your keys on the ground somewhere.
Or walk around
35 feet.
And what's also really nice is that, Kelty thought ahead and knows that you're going to be hanging this, by maybe some sort of string, skinny branch. And they put a little divot, if you will, in the handle so that it rests easily.
Right.
So it's not like swaying back and forth or possibly like gets caught in the corner. And so that way when you set it and you open up the light panels to shine exactly where you want it, it's going to stay.
One thing I would mention that maybe would be a nice addition on the next model that they come out with would possibly be a small clip to pop out at the top.
Yes.
Because a lot of tents will just have a loop, some sort of a fabric loop at the top.
Right.
And they don't have something that you can just clip onto like that.
You're right.
When I used it, I had some big rubber bands that I looped around and put through the thing.
Gotcha.
And hung it down from that.
What would also maybe be a good feature is some people are into, I forget what it is. What is it called, the group of people who like to go camping and clubbing while they're camping?
I don't know.
Okay, so people who do that, it might be good to put a feature where it's like strobe / like rainbow flashing lights.
Yeah. Slash back rubs.
Right.
Yeah.
For people who are really, really, into that sort of thing.
So you can get this at Kelty.com. It costs between $30 and $40 all over the internet. The MSRP on it's $50. Really cool light. If you can get into this thing for $30 or $40, I think it's something you should check out. I know we've already been talking to a couple people about it that I think have picked one up. I'm super excited to be able to use this thing again, and I think that's about it.
Not much else you can say. Check us out later as we got some more awesome gear reviews coming up. And I believe Gary is going to be, he said he's got something planned, I don't know what it is, but apparently it has to do with him being in some nude photo shoot. Not sure what that's all about.
Look forward to that.
Should be good, but until then, he's Josh, he's Gary, I'm Ben. We are campinggeartv.com.